What is up, peeps? This is For The Win TCG, and I'm welcoming you back to another YouTube video. Now, unfortunately, I have been working on quite a few decks, but none of them have actually been just up to scratch yet. A lot of the decks I've been working on still need a bit of work, so I wasn't satisfied with getting a deck up to date. Now, I have seen a lot of requests since I've released that Xurkitree video a couple of days ago to do a second part, or at least revisit the deck. So what I've done is I'm going to revisit this deck in this episode, but with the upgrades that you guys suggested, which there were some cool suggestions in the comment section down below. I'm sorry if I didn't get to all of them. I just took the ones that I saw at the point of which I was reading the comments, which was quite early on upon the video's release. So there may be some comments now that I haven't looked at. That would be suggestions. But the main two I saw was Absol and obviously Beast Energy. That was kind of an obvious one that we just completely ignored. So I've thrown them in the deck to see if that can help. And the Absol was a good suggestion because it just adds that little extra bit of trouble for your opponent to retreat your Pokemon, which of course we don't want them to do. If it's like a tag team, we don't want them retreating it because we're not doing 1-hit KO damage, you're doing 2-hit, potentially 3-hit KO damage, but it is 2-hit KO range if they stay in the active on their turn, where Parasect's ability will kick into play, similar to Shrine, right? So it's really powerful if they stay in the active. If they switch out of the confusion, it can be a problem, and that's where this deck can fall short. This deck can fall short when coming up against the likes of Pikarom and stuff. Zeraora GX completely overthrows what this is supposed to do, because, well, obviously Zeraora provides free retreat, so Absol can't even block that, and every time they can just retreat out of this, out of their confusion. And with Xurkitree being so popular, so is Switch and Escape Rope, which also encourage or increase retreat. Well, did I say Escape Rope? Yeah, Escape Rope, which is also pretty nifty for retreating and switching. So we're in a format that's very switch heavy, which doesn't work with special conditions very well. So that's the big fallback of this deck, I would say. But again, it is still very powerful. I'm still very happy with it. Even though I don't think it will go winning any tournaments anytime soon. That's just the harsh truth with this current format. But with that said, we're going to just see if we can get some few extra games in with this deck to see how it goes with these extra upgrades. Starting off with the Beast Energy is really good from the get-go, so I'm kind of happy with that. And let's just see how it goes from here. But yeah, regardless of those setbacks, that is just typical, isn't it? That is absolutely typical. Well, at least we have power off. Yes, at least we have our target. That's the thing we want to KO immediately. With that said. But yeah, this deck is still fun, and the reception and feedback from that video is absolutely insane. It's the best it's been since I've started doing these types of videos. So I just want to thank you so much for the reception of that, and the kind comments and stuff there as well as the criticisms of the deck. Any criticism is always welcomed as well, because that's how you improve on things. You know, criticizing anything can always help it improve. So I'm all for criticism. So yeah, thank you for those who also criticize the deck. I think it's also quite important to note. Well, Lysander Labs is out, so I guess for now we just get rid of these two. I really want to hold on to the Parasect and the Beast Energy. I think Beast Energy is safe to play down. I don't see this deck doing anything crazy. Is this a Vika Ray? Or is this a Vika Bulu? I don't know. It's a Vika something. That's for sure. This is a pretty good hand. I think if we get ourselves a switch, which I believe we play in this deck. Yes, we do. If we get ourselves a switch, we can switch out of the active. Well, we don't have to do that. We can attach the energy to the Paras and then evolve it. Just to really go ham and try and 1-hit KO this Zeraora GX, which is the big setback in this matchup. So if we shut down this Zeraora very early and quickly, that'd be very good. So yeah, we've got Electro Powers, we've got Kukuis, we've got Parasects, we've got definitely a route here to get a KO on this Zeraora GX, so I'm quite happy with that. So fingers crossed we can take this thing out early, because we do not want that in the game anymore. That's like such a valuable card for them in this matchup, so taking out that Zeraora is going to be critical. So I don't know what this deck is. It might just be a Vika box, which is very unique. So it might play, you know, Rayquaza, Bulu. It might play all those things that could utilize Vika. Vikavolt. Fun fact, Vikavolt was the first Pokemon I really started exploring when I got into the trading card game. That card holds a special place in my heart completely. Absolutely love Vikavolt. But yeah, that's just a fun fact for you. Let's get another attacker down. Let's get Xurkitree. Absol won't work here, obviously, because the ability bypasses that. So that's just not going to happen. Oh, choice banners are... Oh, we have the knockout. Come on. Like, everything is working in our favor here. Let's do this. Let's see. I think we got knockout. We're hitting some big numbers right now, right? 160 plus confusion plus shrine. We get the KO. One hit KO. Who said Zero Aura GX doesn't... Who said Zero Aura... Oh my god, I'm so excited. I can't even form a sentence. Who said Zero Aura GX is the card that takes this deck down? I didn't, even though I said it earlier. Right? Shh. No one heard that. 160 damage plus the confusion. Wow. That was like the perfect turn, though. We got the beast energy. We got the electro powers that we needed. We got the shrine. We got the Parasect. That was the perfect map. Perfect maths. So, wow. We just pulled off a boss turn there, and I'm kind of happy with that. And things are going to start flying now. There was a criticism for Tapu Koko, and I do see where they're coming from. Someone said, you know, there's no real point considering we have the likes of, well, Thunder Mountain, and, well, this is a single energy attacking deck. And I brought up the point that, well, it helps with charging up Cablegram, and also helps charging up Dazzle Blast if we are in a sticky situation. I'm still kind of on the fence with Tapu Koko Prism Star. If I was going to remove any card in the deck right now, it would be the Koko Prism, because it's not a necessity, it's more of a privilege. So, that's what I'm thinking. No, get that thing away from here. That doesn't need to be here. I guess I could take that, although our handle's pretty good. But, I mean, yeah, sure, we could take that. We can do that. They are KOing this, unfortunately. Now, this is where it's going to go itself. We need the Guzmas. We need Guzma. We need to take that thing down now, and as soon as possible. But as soon as we get a shrine out, the easier that thing will be to take out in the late game. So things will get a bit easier, hopefully. That's what I'm thinking. At the very least, we still have the Cablegram attack, which is not something we want to do. I mean, this thing is going to get one-hit KOs in us pretty much every turn if they have switches to work around, or if they just charge up this Delmise. So I can see what this guy's trying to do, I think. I think it's a Delmise deck that is prioritizing Zero Aura's retreat to be able to, yeah, use this attack again and again and again. I like that. I think that's cool. Right, Erica, let's get 6 cards and hopefully we get a Parasect. We don't get a Parasect. Yikes. That's very bad news. Let's get a Paras down now anyway whilst we're here. Let's play an Electro Power. Let's just get in and do some poke damage for the time being. They are, of course, going to retreat, which will shut off the extra 20 damage that we would get. But fingers crossed we find a route to take this out, which we could very soon, at least. Maybe I shouldn't have been so reckless on that Electro Power and saved that for when we go ahead and Guzman that Zero Aura up. I think that would have been the way to go, in my opinion. But Zero Aura seems to be the critical card in this deck. So taking that out is going to be quite important, and that's what I'm going to prioritize right now. We still are on the Beast Ring turn after this Xurkitree goes down. So if we find a Beast Ring, that would be pretty good. But to be honest, I think taking out this Zero Aura is just a top-notch priority here. So I think that's just what we got to do. We've got to get some Parasects out, man. Got to get some Parasects going. Right, I'm going to promote a Paras because we're going to go for a Guzma play here. Even if it's poke damage, we need to take that thing out. So that's just where I'm at. Okay, that's fine. Let's go for a Guzma and let's just poke into this thing for now and just prioritize that. I could have got a cheeky Ranguru pull if I wanted to, but I think that's okay. So it is just 70 damage, unfortunately, which is a bit lackluster. But I think, do you know what I think would be a good card in this deck? Do you know what I might do? I might, now that I think about it, playing it the second time over, I might take out the Koko Prism for a Power Pad. Because I think Guzma is super important. So going for the 6 Guzma game would be really good. So I kind of like the idea of playing an extra Guzma in this deck now that I think about it. Especially now we are getting kind of walked over here because of just Zero Aura. Which is a big shame. Right, there's an energy. Let's Cynthia. Hopefully we hit some Parasects. We've barely seen any. And we're still not. Wow, this is a bit of a sluggish turnout when it comes to the Parasects. We've got to get another Xurkitree down, right? We don't even have another Xurkitree. Yikes. Well, Coco, you're going to be attacking, buddy. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. I like to think I have a good deck, but sometimes they're not that great. Right, let's have a Parasect. Man, where have you been, buddy? We've been needing you for a while now. Jesus. Alright, let's go for a Guru play. Let's see what we can do. There's the Rescue Stretcher. That's good. Let's get these Xurkitrees back into the deck for the time being. Let's get all of them back. We don't really need 3, but hey, we'll just increase the odds of top decking them, right? I don't think we're getting anything crazy on this Delmize. They're just going to retreat into the other one. So, and just get another one-hit KO, which is kind of bad. That Shrine not being out is a bit of a shame. Maybe instead of Shrine, we could play, just because there's so many decks that hit 120 and 130, we could go for a bit of a more defensive type of play in this deck and go for Aether Paradise rather than go for Shrine of Punishment. That might be cool, but Shrine just works so well with this strategy. That's what I like. But at the same time, it genuinely seems like Aether Paradise just could be a bit more valuable because in this matchup, let's say, although this deck's not meta, let's say, we still would have been in the runnings because this deck just one-shots us every single time just because we have 120 HP. And they've got their combo rolling. So now that I think about it, maybe Aether Paradise could be the way to go. I'm not sure. We'll get into another one anyway and see where it goes from there. But let's promote the Paras and hopefully we get to bench a Xurkitree, which we do. That's good. And we get to use Cocoa Prism on that. So that's good news. Just to get the energy in play. So let's do that for now. We'll just do that and that. Let's just get the energies down. Good stuff. We'll get some Ranguru pulls. Don't know if we have any switches left, which would be a bit awkward. We do. We have switches. There we go. There's on switch. But I do think it's just game because we are just too weak. Our HP is just not high enough. And that's a problem. So I think that's just where we're at. And yeah, that's a bit of a shame. Mainly because we just don't have the HP to deal with this. But hey, I think what we'll do is we'll just go for... We'll send them a heart. They have a pretty good deck. I like their idea. And I like their use of Zera Aura there to be able to constantly reuse the attacks. So we'll just go for the quit. And maybe we can add some Aether Paradise and see how that works out. Although I'm such a fan of how it works with Shrine. And I think Shrine is what makes it good. So I'm still torn. We'll go for another one. And I'll leave that down to you. If you think Aether Paradise would be better off, then let me know. If you don't, then let's see if we stick with the Shrine. It's kind of like a double-edged sword, really, both of them. Because if you go for the Aether, you have a lot more tankiness in your deck, but a lot less damage output, which this deck already struggles with. So the Shrine really helps in damage outputs. Maybe we could just throw one in there just for the non-GX matchup and just keep Shrines in because, you know, there's nothing stopping us from playing both. So I guess we could do both of them. That's something to bear in mind. Also, there's a deck that it involves Vikavolt, and I've uploaded that deck twice on this channel already. One, a very long time ago, and two, I think since the release of Lost Thunder. So I think a couple months ago now, I released it, which was Pikachu. I'm thinking of Pikarom, Pikachu and Zekrom. It was Zekrom Vikavolt, and it was the baby Zekrom, which is a pretty good card and it partners very well with Vikavolt. I'm thinking about revisiting it again, just with how successful Lightning is right now. And the Zekrom being a lightning type and being able to utilize things like obviously Thunder Mountain and Cocoa Prism Star, which is the newest edition, and stuff like that. So I just want to see, maybe I'll get that video up. I'm not 100% certain yet, but I'm thinking about it. That's for sure. So they went first, so we get a nice cheeky attack on this that we get to go and just throw down here for now. I'm not going to play the Electro Power yet. We just want to get him into that confusion. I'm assuming they're going to switch this bad boy out. Oh, we're playing... I think I know what we're playing here. I think I have an idea. If I'm correct, this might be the Parasect and Infernape deck that Dark Integral Gaming, or Donald, uploaded, I believe, a couple of days ago, about a week ago or so ago. I'm not 100% sure. But if this is that deck, yeah, this is the deck. So this is the, that's kind of a cool matchup then. So we're both playing Parasect, which is really cool. But it's just two different types. Their one definitely has a lot more potential damage output, but it has a much bigger setup. That's for sure. But this is an interesting list, and I'm quite excited to play against this now, which is pretty cool. So there's well a Volcano Park. Now, do they get the switch that they need to be able to pull off this attack? No, they don't. So that's good. We get a Cynthia. That's good. We get Electro Power. That's even better. We get to play the Cynthia. Let's see if we get some more Parases down. We might as well play the Shrine. Let's Ultra Ball for Oranguru. Let's do that. I'm not sure if we're going to get the KO here, so I'm going to hold on to that Electro Power. We're currently hitting 50, plus we're hitting 70, so we're not getting the KO. Electro Power on top of that is 100. So yeah, I think the Electro Power will give us the KO, so there we go. So we got the KO there on the Oranguru. That's good. The issue with this deck is we need to be a bit careful now with our last two switches, because this deck obviously switches things into the active to cause trouble. So right, there it is. Good stuff. Good stuff. So a nice quick KO there, and another Cynthia. So let's see if we can get our Parasects out, man, because that was a bit of a rough patch there in the last game. That's what definitely made us sink, as well as the inability to tank the hits that we were taking. Right, so they're going to probably switch maybe Oranguru or something into the active. At that point, we can just go for Guzma and probably try and take out the Monferno, because that's quite important in this deck. That's what makes things work a lot and makes the damage really hard to deal with. So we'll take out the Monferno if we have the tools to do so. If not, we'll at least promote it into the active and see what we can do there. Now, this would be a good time as well to probably play the Absol if we get a Nest Ball, which, well, we don't, but that's fine. Hey, Guzma, good stuff with the Parasect there. Let's go and get them on Inferno up. That's just a big target we need to take down. Otherwise, we will be in a lot of trouble. I don't want to bench that Xurkitree. I want another Paras down. I'm going to be a bit greedy here. Oh, Beast Energy. I wonder if that really affects this math here. I think it does, and I think that's like really important. So what I might do is I might attach it to this one and then retreat the active Xurkitree. Just to get an energy in the discard pile for Tapu Koko and not over-attach to one Pokemon. That's what I'm thinking. So, yeah, let's do that. Let's Dazzle Blast here, and we'll definitely get the KO, which is good news. If my maths is right, it is. Yeah, I can do maths. Yeah, that's a vital card that we need to get rid of. So, that's down. Now the next targets would be the Parasects, obviously. But they're only doing 60 damage every turn, whereas we're doing more. And we have a much easier route to do more as well with this deck. So, and with a Pokemon that has a lot more uses, like Cablegram's good. We have obviously Beast Ring to work with and Beast Energy to work with. This deck doesn't have those benefits. The benefit to this deck, of course, is the Infernape. So taking that down is good. I did forget to put the Power Pad in, but I think that makes sense. Throwing the Power Pad in there. Right, hopefully we get a switch off this, because that would be kind of important. That would be important. I think a switch would be really good. So let's go for Cynthia. Come on, give me a switch. Let's get out of this. Let's get Parasect out of this issue. Oh, yikes, we don't. But at least we get another Paras. I'm actually going to throw the energy onto this Xurkitree, because I think we need to start using Cablegram here just for the sake of, you know, staying alive. Staying alive. Okay, I won't do that. That was cringy. Yeah, that Parasect is pretty much going to go down, I'm afraid. Which is a bit of a yikes. Doesn't really matter what we promote here. They're just going to throw probably the Oranguru into the active on this turn, which is a bit of a shame. But I think what we can do is try our best to hunt for Guzma and play the Ultra Ball, get another Parasect out, and just Oranguru and hopefully hit it. Bit awkward. But again, we're still ahead on the prizes. We can just go and start taking out that, because that's going to be an issue. So let's see how things go. Oh wow, they're actually going to go straight for the Xurkitree. Okay, I see what you're doing there. I see what you're doing. In that sense, Guzma is a bit more of a problem now. Definitely. Right, we're going to be cheeky here and get the other Parasect back in for the time being. Let's do that, and let's bench probably another Paras. Thinking about it, let's bench another one. Do we have enough Parasect to work with? We do. Let's Oranguru here. See what we get. We might have to just go for Lily, I'm thinking. At least we get rid of the Vela Volcano part there with the shrine. Yeah, we just have to go for a Lily. So we have to just kind of rely on heads here, which it's a really feel bad thing, but I think we just have to rely on flipping heads here right now. So yeah, we got it. Good stuff. Good stuff. And with weakness, obviously, we take it out. So really good, really good. So their strategy is obviously happening. It's working. They've got what they want happening, but we are just quick. We're just quite fast. We're getting the KOs when we need them. So I think we might just win, even though they have a very good setup and, well, things like that's happening. I think we might be able to pull off the win here by just keeping things going. But we need to get another Xurkitree down. That's important. That's very important. They still haven't got the Infernape, so they still haven't fully utilized their deck. And I think taking out that Monferno really helped there. Right, I'm just going to throw a Parasect up. I highly doubt they're going to be trying to throw the Xurkitree. I don't know. They did that last time, you know? But okay, I'll just throw the Xurkitree back up. And maybe they're trying to thin. I don't know what they're trying to do. Or maybe they're trying to grab a Parasect. I mean, a smart idea would be to grab the Oranguru because you get the KO. But the issue with that is that whenever they get the KO, I can now bring up the Xurkitree and return it, right? Then being weak to lightning is a big benefit in this matchup. Okay, so another Monferno, which is kind of bad. They're going to start getting what they want very quickly. So, oh, this is bad. This is not good. The Oranguru would be the smart one, but also the dumb one, because that gets us a KO as well. So, yeah, we get to promote the Xurkitree, which is great because we can throw the Absol down, which, you know, I guess is... No, I'd rather throw the Oranguru and then get another Xurkitree down. Let's ditch the Absol for now. The Kukuri's not really relevant right now, so let's just keep that there. Let's get the Xurkitree out. That's more important right now. We don't even need to play these Electro Powers, so we won't. We'll just hold on to them for the time being and see what we get. So that's a valuable switch there. I like that. Again, these Electro Powers really aren't going to do much in this matchup unless we have to take out Infernape. So I guess we will hold on to them anyway. We've got this KO, so that's fine. Do we have the KO? Oh, we don't. Oh, okay. Maybe I should have got the Parasect there. Whoopsie! Oh, no. I'm going to get absolutely destroyed now. I'm going to get absolutely destroyed in the comments. I'm like, can you not do math? No, I can't do maths, apparently. I thought I had the KO. But one Electro Power would have done it. Oh, there's their Guzma play. We still got a switch to work with, so... Unless they bring out that Paris, which they don't. That's kind of cool. So we got the switch, so that's kind of good news. Now, retain that information, Sean. Play one Electro Power, and you will get the KO. Just one Electro Power, and that's it. That's all you need to do, buddy. There we go. I'm going to play Erica. Hopefully we hit some Guzmas to see us through this game. Which we do. And we get another Parasect. That's good news. And we get Thunder Mountain, which is also good news, because it just makes it easier for us to get Cablegram if we need it. We got the switch, so this is looking okay. This is looking pretty good. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff so far. And this is quite a tight one, just because we both have similar strategies. We're both not tier 1 decks, and it's a very weird, almost mirror matchup. So this is quite interesting. It's quite a weird game actually. So they're going to start attacking with the Infernape after this. I think I thought they were out of attackers, but they're not out of attackers. Maybe because of the lightning weakness that they are. Yeah, that might be why. But we still have a ton of switch options. We still have Guzma and stuff. We have, yeah. We have ways out of the trap that this deck sets us into. Like, well, that is the very trap. And they get the KO as well. Oh, yikes. Do they not? No, they don't. Oh, okay, I thought they had it, but they don't. Yeah. Oh, wow, we can get Cablegram as well. Oh, beautiful stuff. What are you? You're 130 HP. Oh, buddy, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, man. Oh, just perfect as well. Oh, buddy, I'm sorry. We're going to have to take that Infernape down. That's just... I'm sorry, man. It's not happening. It's not happening in my town, buddy. Not here, bud. Bye-bye. Cablegram. There we go. Oh, that was like the perfect beast ring opportunity. That was so perfect. Oh, my God. And we got the Guzma and a switch. I think we've got a game here just by being able to, well, do the very thing that our deck doesn't want to see our opponent doing, and that's switching. Guzman switches. You can see why it's a bit of a problem for Parasect, because you can just switch out of these issues. And it's even better when facing Oricorio in this deck, because Oricorio is usually what it tries to do is stick something up front you don't want and then take it out. But we can obviously Guzma and switch around that. So, well, there we go. That is pretty much game after that Guzma. So, yeah, well played. You do indeed have a very good deck, but we're just going to go and cablegram that Paras there. And, okay, let's have some fun. Let's go for the Dazzle Blast. We'll let Parasect do its stuff. Yeah, go on. There we go, the confusion and the bang and then the bang and then the bang. There we go. And this time I got the mouse correct. There we go. So good stuff. So 2 completely different games there. You've seen the weakness of the deck. You've obviously, again, seen the benefits of the deck. So it's all up to you now to decide, really, if this is something you want to take seriously or not. Personally, I don't think it's there yet just because of the meta we're in and how things are with Retreat when it comes to Switch and Guzmas and stuff like that. I'm going to take the Coco Prism out and throw a Pow Pad in because, well, you saw how effective Guzma was there. So that's something I'm going to do. But if there's any other improvements you'd say I should bring to this deck, then please do let me know. This is one of the decks I'm most proud of. I'm just not so fascinated. I wouldn't say that's the word, but I just really like this combo. It's just really fun, really simple to pull off. So anyway, do leave a like if you did enjoy it, and of course do subscribe for more. If there's any other decks that you do want me to revisit, then please do let me know and I'll be happy to do that. And if there's any other deck ideas you do have as well, just leave them in the comments. But other than that, I will definitely have a fresh deck out for you tomorrow. But up until then, please do take care and peace.